In Hong Kong enters week 9. Pro-democracy protesters are bracing for more barricades to come down, this time in the district of Mong Kok. Now, police just announced that they are ready to help bailiffs carry out a court order to dismantle protest sites there. And the area has seen some of the most violent clashes since the street protests began. Outright police tried but failed to clear the site before. Now, here is a reminder of where all this is taking place. Now, remember, there are 3 protest sites across the city. Now, in the district of Mong Kok, protesters are sitting on the main artery of Nathan Road. A large chunk of it, marked in yellow right here on the map, is slated to be cleared. But in the business district of Admiralty, protest camps are still spreading over a major highway. Last week, authorities cleared a small section at the fringe, but there was no court order in place to remove more barricades there. Now, earlier, I went to the area and I visited the Occupy campsite set up by Jimmy Lai, owner of the local newspaper, the Apple Daily, and an outspoken supporter of the pro-democracy movement. And I started by asking him if the time has come for student protesters to head home.
Initially, we were very excited. The students really excited us and gain our respect. And they still gain our respect because they're still very persistent. But it's very obvious now that people are tired. And this first battle is not the war. And they should realize it's about time we retreat and preserve our determination, our willpower, so we can come back again.
It sounds like you're calling for the student movement to retreat and regroup later. Is that right?
Right. Yeah, I think a lot of people are talking about this now. Yeah. But only the students are not willing. So, I hope they would just consider, because we can't just go on, because, the government is dragging us on. And if we, at the end, we fail, it's not just us fail, it is our moral health will fail. We will lose the moral high ground. And this will make us very difficult to come back later.
Would asking people to retreat now be a sign of defeat?
No, it's not. Because if the police was clear out, they will not be able to clear out. The people just come back to reoccupy somewhere, because they will not accept being cleared out. The only way for this to stop temporarily is for people to retreat by themselves.
Yeah, so what is the exit strategy?
The exit strategy is to give the government a demand after the Legislative Council reject this bill of the People's Congress of 831, and we will give a few months to the government to give us a positive answer. If by then there's no answer, or the answer is not positive, we come back again. We have to come back many times before we get what we want, and we have to realize this.
But occupying the streets is the leverage of the student movement. So if you retreat, the students will lose that leverage, right?
No, we can come back. We can come back and occupy any place. It's not difficult for us to come back, because now we know at least a few 100,000 of people are actually willing to come and occupy, and anytime when they need a snap, and they will come.
So whether the streets are cleared by police or the students retreat from the streets, the umbrella movement is far from over. That's what you're saying?
Definitely it's not over. If the police clears it, people will come back. People will not take it so easily. So the only way for this to retreat strategically and temporarily is for us to do so. But I'm saying us, mostly the students. They have to realize it's about time we think about this.
That was media mogul, China critic, and Occupy Hong Kong supporter Jimmy Lai speaking to me earlier. Now, according to a poll released by the University of Hong Kong last week, of some 500 people that were surveyed, 8 out of 10 think the protesters should go home.